Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we got hit with some surprise news from the development team of Marvel Future Fight. These guys rarely communicate with us, but for the 8th year anniversary, they want to let us know that they appreciate the fact that we've been playing the game for so long. And in addition to that, they're going to be giving away some rewards and also adding some new content to the game. So this is absolutely fantastic. I want to talk about it here to you guys because I'm really excited to see what this mode is going to do for Marvel Future Fight, because lately it feels like the game has really been on autopilot. People have been saying basically the B team has been working on Marvel Future Fight, and I can't say I disagree, but let's dive into it. Let's see what they have to say this time around. To celebrate the 8th year anniversary on the 29th of April, the 8th year homecoming party will begin on the 25th. We look forward to seeing your interest, and we will do our best for our agents to keep enjoying Marvel Future Fight. We are always striving to improve the game by adding new content and making the game more convenient, so both new and former agents can enjoy the game more. Sometimes it feels as though you guys don't really care about the people who've been here. Let me just say that. Through this 8th year anniversary letter of appreciation, we would like to introduce the update we are now preparing. New PvP content. Listen, I'm here for new PvP content. Marvel Future Fight is and always has been a heavily PvE focused game, and PvP would definitely spice things up. So let's see what they actually have to say here, because currently we have Alliance Conquest, Alliance Tournament, Timeline Battle, and I guess Battle World is also PvP. But truthfully speaking, outside of Timeline Battle, everything else has been kind of a bust. There's potential in these other game modes, untapped potential, but the rewards have never really been there, and the devs really don't listen. They have a tendency to create new game modes and then just let them sit and die. Exhibit A, Timeline Survival. Who's playing that? No one.
He ain't lying.
And it feels as though the devs don't listen to the feedback that players give off quite often. Anyways, let's jump into this new mode and see what they have to say here. So it says currently there are various PvP content modes in the game, and as we know, many of our agents are concerned with Timeline Battle and Alliance Conquest. Definitely. They should also touch Alliance Tournament because the rewards are 6 years old. There's no premium rewards, and when you consider the fact that you have to get to the upper echelon and you have to fight the strongest PvP players in the game, the rewards should definitely be better. But I would be okay with them focusing pretty heavily on fixing Timeline Battle and Alliance Conquest. But let's see what they're saying here. We are preparing a new battle content which combines the good points of the two contents. Huh? So here's the thing. Instead of creating this new game mode that combines Timeline Battle and Alliance Conquest, why not fix these two game modes? I don't really understand it. I'm still going to wait and see what they decide to do here, but it just seems rather silly to combine these two game modes into one instead of fixing the glaring issues that they both have. Like, for example, Alliance Conquest, not being able to control your characters when the feature to control your characters already exists. Alliance Conquest, all of your fights are basically entry mode fights. Same thing that's in Shadowland, but in Shadowland you can control your characters. In Alliance Conquest you cannot. Additionally, the rewards for Alliance Conquest, considering the amount of time that you need to invest, is definitely not worth it. So easy fixes: buff the rewards for Conquest, give people the ability to control their characters. Why is that so hard to do? Why is that taking years to do? Timeline Battle, people have been asking for more crystals for the longest. Easy fix. But instead, you're going to create a whole new game mode that you're possibly going to leave untouched for years? Let me not completely write them off, because they did do a really good job combining Squad Battle and Alliance Battle into one. Not only did it save people time, a lot of people who never played Squad Battle started playing Alliance Battle and Alliance Battle Legend because the rewards are significantly better and it saves you time. So if they're actually going to get rid of Alliance Conquest and Timeline Battle and this new game mode is going to be replacing that, it'll be interesting. However, if this new game mode is going to be added in addition to Alliance Conquest and Timeline Battle still existing, and these game modes are not going to get buffed, I think that would be a really dumb idea, because when they want to, they will go back and work on some game modes. Like, for example, World Boss, World Boss Ultimate, and World Boss Legend. Over the years, that game mode has gotten a lot of love, but when it comes to the other ones, they just get left in the dust. But anyways, let's continue. So they're combining the two content, Timeline Battle and Alliance Conquest. I'm assuming they're still gonna leave them in the game. It's not gonna be like a squad battle type of thing. So basically, this is gonna let our agents participate with various heroes with fewer limits than the other content. In this content, the heroes will battle automatically. Oh shit, really, man? Really? Y'all learn nothing? Like, why do we want another auto battle game mode, bro? Like, stop it, man. Anyways, all right, in this content, the heroes will battle automatically and agents can use various tactics such as position of the heroes and buff items. Okay, so maybe we're playing chess with our characters. They attack automatically, but you can put them at a certain spot to attack and you can buff them. It seems kind of like they're combining timeline survival and Alliance Conquest together. Also, the new content will be held in seasons. That reminds you of anything else that gets held in seasons? Timeline survival. And new tactics may be added or adjusted and may be made each season. Okay, we are looking forward to the various team builds our agents will come up with. Lastly, we would like to reveal the stage where the new battle will be held. Behold, the Starlight Arena. Does that remind you of Sharon Rogers' uniform? Because that's exactly what it reminds me of. The name anyways. This looks like an Asgardian area. Definitely gives me Thor Love and Thunder vibe. Reminds me of that place that Thor went with Valkyrie and Jane Foster to ask Zeus for help. I don't know. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it, but it definitely looks Asgardian. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. It looks like there's one guy here and there's another guy here. So I don't know what that signifies, but in addition to that, we are preparing a new growth system with effects that apply to all heroes. So more than likely they're going to make it easier for you to tier 2 and tier 3 characters. So if you have a lot of characters sitting at level 60 and you're going to push them up to level 70, I would advise that you wait, because they might make it easier to get characters up to level 70 and cheaper to get their characters gears from 20 to 25. Even though if you're like me, you have a lot of tier 3 material stored up, so it's not really an issue. However, they might cut the gold cost as well, and we know gold is always an issue. So wait, they might make it easier and cheaper for you to tier 2 and tier 3 characters. That's my guess from this new growth system, because they said right here, the new growth system will help our agents grow faster and enjoy various content of this game. So basically they want to make it more new player friendly, and with tier 4 being a thing, making it really difficult for people to get to tier 3 just seems silly. So they might even make it so that it takes less Titan records to tier 3 a character, something like that. Maybe drop it down from 10 to like 7 or 8, something like that could be happening. Next up, we're talking about new hero releases. Marvel Future Fight has introduced 254 superheroes and supervillains through the 8 tiers to our agents. However, there are still many superheroes and supervillains in the Marvel universe, and we empathize with agents who are looking forward to meeting them in game. Yup, there's a lot. I'm waiting to see my guy Omega Red. Unfortunately, we were unable to release many new heroes last year, but we are doing our best to release more powerful and cool, I like that, cool heroes that our agents love this year. Please stay tuned to me. Yeah man, I'm happy. I'm always here for new characters. However, I really despise when you guys trap them at tier 2. Like at this point, any new character that comes to the game need to be able to get to tier 3 or transcended status immediately at launch. It's stupid for you to release a character and trap them at tier 2 when tier 4 is the ultimate level of power. It makes absolutely no sense. Anyways, in addition to that, we are preparing a stronger world boss. So basically this tells us that Kang is coming, but my issue with this is y'all still didn't adjust the rewards for the previous difficulties. It makes absolutely no sense how you can have somebody like Null dropping the same amount of tier 4 materials as Gore or Jean Grey. So like, yes, releasing more world boss legends, cool. Releasing harder world boss legends, cool. But how are you gonna have a level 1 world boss legend drop the same amount, pretty much the same amount as a level 5? It makes absolutely no sense. And if you guys drop a level 6, which is going to be Kang the Conqueror, my guess is there's no way the rewards should be anywhere close to what it is for Null, because it starts off with Null, then Mephisto, then Ultron, then Gore, then Jean Grey. Y'all need to go back and revamp all of these rewards. If you're not gonna buff the amount of carbonadium and life seed and stuff that we get, then what you could do at the very least is one, make it so that the chances of you getting a booty box is higher against the other legends, like as soon as you scale it up. So like, let's say, you know, for argument's sake, every time you fight Null, there's a 5% chance of you getting a booty box. Every time you fight a level 5 legend like Jean Grey, there's a 25% chance. You know, obviously they're not gonna scale it like that, but that's my point. It should scale. These rewards should be scaling. Same things for the drop rate for the CTPs. Let's say there's a 5% chance of you getting an energy. It should be like, I don't know, 5 times the chance of you getting a CTP of authority from G. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it should be working. If I have to work harder, I have to build stronger characters, I have to learn new mechanics. Why would I want to go fight Jean Grey 5 times a day when I can fight this clown here 5 times a day for the same rewards? Makes absolutely no sense. Y'all need to make sure that whoever you guys bring next, the rewards match the effort, because that's the problem that people have right now with World Boss Legend. Well, that, and we're getting burnt out from World Boss Legend being the primary game mode that we farm for tier 4 materials. So in this new content that you guys bring in, y'all need to add tier 4 materials in here. Otherwise, it's going to be a complete joke, because if it's PvP content, best believe it's going to be heavily dominated by the strongest tier 4s and the strongest tier 3 characters. So it needs to be dropping materials of that caliber to make it worth people's time and effort. We're also preparing improvements for our agents to enjoy older content better, like the event World Boss. They spelled this incorrectly. They're talking about this thing right here. Now, this was a really good addition. So in terms of creativity and accessibility, I give them an A+ for this change right here. Definitely a fresh new look, and the rewards are, I would say, relatively up to date, and it's also accessible to brand new players. However, they need to take some of that creativity and they need to hop into Shadowland, and then they also need to take some of those up-to-date rewards into Shadowland, Alliance Conquest, Alliance Tournament, and other game modes as well, Timeline Battle included. So we'll actually have to wait and see how they decide to handle this. And the truth of the matter is they don't have much time. Okay, so them dropping this right now is cool. This would buy them, I would say, maybe 2 months of good grace. Okay, 2 months if this new PvP content is really good, engaging, and rewarding. However, it's only a matter of time before people go into that boredom again. So you need to make sure that you're also revamping the old content behind the scenes, so that when people get bored of this thing, or if it's not accessible, because PvP isn't going to be accessible to everyone unless there are levels to this. So if you don't have any tier 4s, you probably go in this new game mode and you get completely crushed, right? So accessibility might not be the strong point of this game mode. So if they revamp and improve the rewards of older content so that people can farm materials to build up more characters so that they can get to this as the new end game, that would be really cool. Anyways, at the bottom here, they're basically saying that they're giving out some rewards. When you log into the game, you're gonna get a pop-up, and if you're like me and you click off of the pop-up, you can simply just go in your inbox right here, and it's gonna be right over here in your notice tab. I'll open it for you guys so you can see what I get. Okay, not too sure why that popped up, but whatever. We got Dr. Octavius, Curse of Knowledge, and then we got Balance. Unfortunate. I wish I got a Strike or a Magic. All the best to you guys. Hopefully y'all got better luck on the Odin and the Artifact. To be honest, not a bad Artifact, but I already had one. I'm pretty sure I have a 4-star as well. Either that or a 3-star. Okay, so it's an upgrade. But it's not even the right instinct. I don't know if I should even bother changing this, to be honest. Maybe I should use this to reroll.